tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everybody. You are watching and listening to AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show. It's Season 8. The semifinals. Top 5 are performing. I'm Jason Ikeler. Before we get started, we need to make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Comment there. We'll write back if you say something interesting enough. And if you're listening on iTunes or SoundCloud, comment and rate and subscribe there as well. Like I said, I'm Jason Ikeler. You can follow me on Twitter at Jason Ikeler. You can follow this lady to my left, Stephanie Giorgi, where?
At Stephanie Giorgi.
Oh my God. Stephanie G, what did you think about the top 5?
I thought that they were great. I'm so happy that we've gotten to the top 5 because now we just get to enjoy fantastic performances.
Now, before we get started, I want to know if you think the top 5 is the right top 5.
What do you mean?
Like, is there anybody you'd like to see in it that's been eliminated? Like, we lost Kimberly last week.
I mean, okay, well...
That's what I wanted to talk about. I thought you would bring it up. It's all right. We lost Kimberly last week, and I'm going to say it right now. I think it's bullshit.
Okay,
Excuse
cool.
my language.
No, I agree. Especially because I feel like out of all the contestants now, she 100% had the entire package.
Yeah.
Everything. She was just the perfect amount of dramaticness. She had wonderful vocals, wonderful style, wonderful like dance moves. Her body was great. She was great. She was perfect for it.
Do you feel like The Voice as a whole represents America or just a certain pocket of America where, let's say, lots of people who listen to country music live? Because it seems to me like we always have the same person winning. And I feel like there was lots of variety this season, and we're slowly fading away from that.
Yeah, I know.
Just think on that for a second.
Yeah,
but let's start with our boy Joshua Davis. His first song was I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt.
Mm-hmm. I think he sounded beautiful. It was wonderful tone, awesome, like, background, if you will. Like, the stage was great.
Yeah. I think he has a type of voice, and I mean this in a complimentary way, that I want to fall asleep to. Like, it's just like chill, and it just relaxes you.
And or if you were going on like a road trip and you really wanted to have like some reflection time.
Yeah. And I think what's cool about him is he's competing, but he's only competing with himself. Like, he's not out there trying to do what everybody else is doing.
No. He's on the show to sing.
Yeah.
He's on the show to showcase himself.
Yeah, and he's thinking, like, I want a career after it. And it's working because I feel like he's not somebody who we talk about later, Sawyer, I feel like is adding all this production and stuff that isn't authentic to who he is as an artist. And I think Josh is like, nope, this is how my live show will be. This is what it's going to sound like.
I agree.
If you like it, great. If you don't, move away. Mm-hmm. And Josh actually keeps surprising me every week because I'm not necessarily a huge Josh fan, but I'm becoming one.
What did you think of his second performance?
Okay, so his second performance was Masterpiece by the band. Mm-hmm. I liked the first one better. I wasn't as familiar with this song.
Right.
But I think, again, there's nothing you can criticize Josh on vocally or musically because he's insanely talented, and there's really nothing he can work on. It's more like, do you like this or don't you like this?
Right.
But regardless, you have to respect him because he's such an artist. I agree.
I think, I kind of like both performances equally, but because they give me the same thing, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was with the full band on the second one, so it picked up a little bit more, which is kind of nice, but I think... I don't know. I think I Can't Make You Love Me. Yeah, it's good. And we were going to say the same things about him every week because he's consistently good.
And he stays the same. He doesn't...
But not in a way where I feel like he's playing it safe, because I think he is being super adventurous with his song choices. He even said when I talked to him tonight, like, he didn't want to do the Bonnie Raitt song, and Adam kind of pressured him into that, and he's like, now I see why it paid off and it was a good moment. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm actually a big Josh fan, and I won't be upset if he's in the finale. I think if he's in the finale, he deserves to be in the finale.
Yeah, but he's great, and I think he'll have a career afterwards, but it won't be an incredible touring career.
No. Well, I could see him playing small venues, small
but
theaters,
it'll be
and like clubs and stuff. But at the same, I'm always conflicted, and we've talked about this over and over on these shows. But are we looking for somebody that's going to be a huge pop star? Because that's never happened with The Voice,
right?
So,
just as the closest thing because she won an
Danielle
award?
Bradbury, yeah,
right.
Both of them. But at this point and at this moment, if we just want somebody who's been consistently good, I think he stands a fair shot. Is that how you say that?
Mm-hmm, yeah, sure.
He's not necessarily my favorite again, but he's so good and he's a nice guy and he deserves to be here.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's talk about Koryn Hawthorne. Her first song was One Love by U2.
One Love. I love her. Okay, for some reason I felt out of all first performances, I felt most connected with her in this song. I don't even know why, because even the part while she was walking down the tunnel, I felt like it was a little off, but there was something about it that I don't know. It was just I got really into it when she sings. There's something about her, like her tone and her swagger when she's performing.
She has the ability to like rip you apart.
Yeah. Yes.
Her voice is it's weird because it's very soulful, but it's also got this raspy quality. Mm-hmm. And if you're just listening to this, you would never guess she's 17.
So I was this okay. Today I decided to listen to a lot of we watched the show apart, but I decided to get the feedback of all of my friends, and that was the one thing about her was that kept trying to say, like, it's so weird because there's one thing about everyone else who sounds great, but they're also seasoned singers where you could expect that of somebody. But the reason why she's so impresionante, like so impressive, is because you don't expect it from a 16-year-old girl, especially with her raspiness.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's like a raw quality, but it's also very trained. Like, she doesn't mess up.
She doesn't.
My thing, I think, for her would be, I think she has a really good stage presence, but like you said, when she's walking down the aisleway, it almost felt like she was like bopping a little bit, like side to side.
Yeah, but
and
also
I feel like for this kind of
talking.
song, yeah, you need to be like a little more fierce.
Yes.
Like more J-Lo, less, yeah, like how Kimberly would walk down. You have to like strut.
Yes.
Especially if you're gonna have the big setup. If you're just standing there, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna have the big stage and the big production, I'm not saying she needs choreography.
No, she doesn't. But that also comes with being a woman.
Yeah, her look has to feel the same as what the song is doing.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least we see that she is a young girl.
Yeah, I mean, and she
doesn't even know how to walk like a woman. She can sound like one.
However, her second song, "Mary Don't You Weep No More," mm-hmm. I'm not kidding when I say I watched in the studio tonight, like with the live audience, and my whole body was tingling after 3 performances, and this was one of them.
What was the specific part of your body that was tingling?
I would say all of it. My nipples got a little hard. I'm not gonna lie. Not in a sexual way, in a way that I was like, oh my God.
He got the chills.
The chills everywhere.
No, I agree. But that's just because, again, the way she delivers her performances, I mean, she just gave it her all and she gets so into it, and the way she sings, like, again, her second performance was something else that I was so connected to.
And the choir, when the choir has that choreography up on those stands, I love a good choir with choreography. And you just want to clap along with them. And I don't know, I think it was a performance. It was like an award show style performance. I don't know. Did you like her outfit?
I did like it.
She looked so cute in the white. It was very angelic.
Sorry, I'm just side conversations from prior, but yes, I did. She looked great entirely. And like you said, the choir, just the entire performances, I got so into it. And I love that she can do that because she's so young and she's great. She's so good.
I do feel like she earned herself a spot in the finale with that performance.
Absolutely.
Okay. Up next, Meghan Lindsay. Mm-hmm. So her first performance was I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith. I know you and I feel mixed about this.
We do feel mixed. I'm going to start by saying that at first look, I loved how she started it. It was so different. It was so music video.
That's how I felt when I was watching it. I'm like, I feel like I'm watching a music video. In like not in a corny way, in a really like
in a really good
she's like laying back
way.
Like, I don't care, I'm sexy, watch me.
My only issue is one, and forgive me for saying this because I know all of y'all about to hate, but Sam Smith is so played out to me. So played out. I don't even think I like him anymore, but I'm just saying, it just played out. So that was one thing that bothered me. The beginning of the song, I didn't like it so much. The end of it, she delivers and she executes it very well. But I don't know. I just wish it was a different song choice. I could barely get into it.
Really?
Yes.
And I know it is different when you're watching it in the live audience. Because, I mean, it's a show, so you're watching, you're paying attention, you can't have your phone out. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was so powerful, and I thought she took this song that is a Sam Smith song and proved two things. Like, A, she can compete with the top vocalists in the industry today. Like, she can sing just as well, if not better than them. But secondly, she's a soulful country singer, and she has both of that in her voice. And I thought the rasp that she had on the song mixed with like the big notes was so powerful, and she just looked like she didn't care and she was just gonna sing it, and so emotionally connected.
That's the reason why I liked the performance though, was because of the vocal abilities in it. I mean, the song choice I didn't like. And
did you not like the song because you were sick of hearing it?
You know what? Yeah, it was just the song, because honestly the rest of it was great and I had to hear it, but I just couldn't get into it because, you know,
but are you not getting into it because you think it's overplayed, or because you don't like the song for her voice?
No, I like, you see, listening to her again sing, I like it. I think more it's the like when there's certain parts that I like it, other parts that, yeah, no, I like Last Things better.
And I think what's kind of cool about her
it was different for me. I don't know why. I wish I could say otherwise, but I can't.
Yeah. And I think it's cool because I think maybe before she was on The Voice, and everybody's kind of said, like, does she deserve to win? She's had a career in country music. But of course she does. Because I think what's cool is she's been able to take this whole perception that she's a country singer and say, like, no, actually, I'm more of like a Ray LaMontagne singer, where I can do super soulful stuff or I can do the gritty country stuff. And there's, like, she's not just placed in one genre. And I think that's really cool.
I agree.
Her next performance was Tennessee Whiskey. Country, super country song.
Good for her to sing.
I think that was very good because she's the only country person left in the competition, so that's going to solidify her a spot in the finale, guaranteed. And I think the setup was cool, and I think she is just a seasoned professional.
She is.
You watch her on that stage, and it's funny to watch even how she, like, because she was sitting on that stool and then she goes to interact with the band. Even just to watch her do that, like, you don't feel like she's competing. There's a lot of, actually, most of the people this season I don't feel like are competing, but she just looks like she's been doing this for ages. Yeah. In a good way.
Well, the good thing about all of these contestants is that, one, most of them are seasoned singers, and then two, it's that had they not been practicing or had this experience prior to the show, after all of these performances, after all these nights being on that stage and rehearsing and practicing, because they're genuine artists, they've been able to develop a perfect performance every time. So, excuse me, that's why they look great now when they're on it. Because you're right. Like that first performance when she was just laying back, and then the second one because she got to put that twang in it, because she got to get it. She got to connect with the South again to bring them, kind of pull them in on their level that they would understand her as. So that's why it was so good, because now she knows exactly what to do. It's as if, you know, I'm sure they rewatch their shows and they figure out what they want to do, and that's that they were already good. So to be able to, you know, practice makes perfect, and to perfect your craft, and that's the opportunity that they've been getting.
And I think that is really cool with her, because she started out insanely talented.
She did.
But she has shown such growth over the season, which is hard to do when you're already that good. But I think she challenges herself, and I think she really is thinking about every move she's making, and it's paying off.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about my girl, India. Actually, those are I would love to have... Okay, first of all, I'm going all over the place. Do we know if there's 3 or 4 in the finale this year?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. Please let us know. So India's first song was Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. And I actually thought this was a great song choice for her, just to kind of show, because she's been doing a lot of older songs on the show. I guess not really older, but like...
The contemporary, something modern.
Not songs that necessarily fit on top 40 radio. And I loved this. I felt like I was watching a musical, but like a pop musical.
Haha, funny you said that, because I wrote Dreamgirls. Okay, so when India performs, she's so theatrical, and all
also probably the dress and the setup made you think that.
No, it's the way that she performs. She reminds me of I wish I could think of that girl's name.
Beyonce?
The character that Jennifer Hudson plays in the movie.
Effie?
Effie, thank you. I can think about Effie and just all the other women in that movie, but just when she gets on stage, because she's trained, because her technique is just so fantastic, and she delivers her performances all with grace. Everyone else has that swag, that like stunt, like all this. She's a effing little angel.
I like what Adam said though in her second performance, that when you watch India, it's like you're watching a mini musical because she takes you on so many like different emotional roller coasters.
Absolutely.
She like this song, she starts out really sweet, and even the song, like even when she goes up into her head voice, she has obviously the power to belt that, but I think making that choice to do it in your head voice and then build to it. And then she also took this song that is like a singer-songwriter folky song and made it into an R&B ballad.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know what it is, but when she gets on that stage, and not that she's not beautiful regularly, but for some reason when she's just done up and she's up there, I can't get over how good she looks.
Yeah.
And she reminds me of someone, like, you know when someone sings and then you start kind of making the faces and the mouths that they're doing?
Yeah.
So she's just someone that I'm like, you know, when she's singing, you can't help it, like,
because she's so good.
Because she's so good, and you're just like, oh, God, you're fantastic.
America, she should not be in the bottom ever. Ever. You need to download her songs, because I've been downloading them every week, because she is insanely talented and she needs to win The Voice.
Yeah, and you guys are kind of weirdos.
Yeah, if you don't like
there.
her, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Seriously. Get help.
I mean, it's one thing for you to just maybe favor someone else. For anyone who's like, she's all right, I hope that person is watching this screen right now
and get
saying,
your ears checked.
Yeah.
So
let me
her
get you some
song
Q-tips.
Was literally, I felt like I was watching VH1 Divas. She sang Earth Song by Michael Jackson. This, first of all, the dress blowing in the wind, the fireworks, the production was insane.
So insane.
But I'm not kidding, I watched in the audience, like I said, everybody was on their feet. And not because the audience told us to, because it was the chance where we got to sit down.
Yes.
And everybody stayed standing and was clapping.
Yes.
Because that was a moment.
Okay.
Every person.
It's the Earth Song. It's the Michael Jackson's Earth Song. And even in like the film, This Is It, like when that's done in the movie, like it's so perfect. And any concert that he's ever had, this performance is always like monumental. So I'm sure that they said, look, if she's gonna do it, then we have to do it big.
Well, and what's funny too
India,
is I literally didn't think of Michael Jackson from the second she walked on the stage.
And that's okay, but I'm just saying, Michael Jackson, for a lot of us, like growing up, he's just our
I know,
idol, so
especially
that's
this song is huge. But she did it so well that you're like, this is an India song.
So good, and just it's such a good song, and just the way that she delivered it, so perfect.
And
I'm so
she deserves to win The Voice with that performance.
Absolutely, I agree. It was an incredible performance. I probably think it's the best performance of the season.
I was literally, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I agree.
I don't even know. Like everybody else can go home except for I really love you, Meghan. That was crazy good. Crazy good.
Good for you. Congratulations, India.
So let's talk about Sawyer Fredericks.
Mm-hmm.
So
we also have different opinions on this.
So his first song was For What It's Worth. What did you think about his song?
I loved it. This is his style. My friend was, okay, so I was trying to make a friend of mine listen to all the performances, and he listened to all of them and was like, and then this person, and I was telling them the information about all these people, and with this person specifically, he's like, wait, do they know how old they are before they listen to them? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, wow, he sounds like, he's like gnarly. Like, it's exactly what we were saying in the beginning of the season. It's exactly why Pharrell picked him and chose him and kept stuck with him, is that there's something about Sawyer that is just so gnarly when he sings, and he's just so cool. This is his type of music. It may not have been a great performance, but I don't know. And even if he doesn't win The Voice, I can never deny what he does. He's just so good to me.
I am probably going to get a lot of flack for saying this.
That's okay.
I think he's very overrated.
No.
And I think yes, his voice is good, but we have had, if you're just listening, we have had this voice on The Voice every season since the beginning. We've had it with Josh Kaufman. We had it. Yes, we have.
Josh Kaufman did not sound like this.
Josh Kaufman could do this better.
Josh Kaufman was a white R&B singer. This boy is a folk
I'm not kidding
singer.
though. Josh Kaufman could do this better. But also, Sawyer's not a good performer. He has an insane voice.
He's not a good performer, but that's fine.
But we're looking for the whole package. Mm-hmm. And if we're just listening, yes, he sounds good. But his body doesn't move. He doesn't have any facial expressions. There's nothing on his face.
He's going to be like Josh Groban. He's going to start making tracks for movies.
But Josh Groban, if you watch him, is a very engaging performer.
He's an opera singer. He's like, oh.
But it doesn't matter who you're. It doesn't matter if you're Sierra or you're Josh Groban. You have to. People have to want to watch you. And The Voice is trying so hard to make his performance interesting because there's so much choreography happening behind him. The setup is so big. There's always like 15 people on stage with him, and I think you're tired of hearing him because everyone today, when I played him, they're like, oh. But I think that's what I mean. I don't think he's grown. I think everybody else in the competition has grown. I think he's a good singer, and I think he's talented. I think that the other I don't think he necessarily, and he's a really nice kid, but I don't think he deserves to be here. I think that the other performers deserve, like, I don't think he's going to win, but the thing is that I just have to make sure that I'm stressing the fact that he's great, especially, really I shouldn't, because I already know that all of you are trying to vote him in, and even though there are other people deserving of this competition. Yeah, I know. I am not by any means cool, man. He's saying he's not talented. He is completely talented. But there's everybody, like, technically, he's not using the right technique when he's singing. He's just straining his voice. India or Meghan. In America, one more thing. If India is not in the top 10 on iTunes when I leave here tonight, I know we're about to find you guys on your IP addresses and come hunt you down. We will get you. So Sawyer, and I'd like to also say it, Team Sawyer, I think he's really good. I just think there's a lot of other better people. Yeah. Okay, so his second song, I'm gonna get so much flack for this. He sang 1,000 Years by Christina Perri, and I think this is his worst performance to date. It was all right. And this is what I wish the judges this season, because they're not critiquing anybody. Everybody's, oh, you're so good. I have no comments. You're so good. That's why it's like so annoying. It's just a bunch of performances every week. Sawyer, this song, how does it go? Heart, da, 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 da. That's how he's saying it. That's supposed to be when you're singing a song, you have to make it into a phrase. Yeah. And he took breaths in between every word, and it was so choppy. And just because he has a soulful voice and can go, hearts beat fast, like that doesn't make any sense for the song. Yeah. And why did he have a ballerina dancing behind him? Because of Christina Perri. She's like, I don't know. But if you see Christina Perri sing this, and I actually, side note, I wanted him to do a song like this. I think this is a brilliant song choice, just not well executed. Because I like that he's doing something different, but vocally he's just not cutting it for me. I agree. Well, okay, it was an all right performance. Like I said, I'm still a sucker for Sawyer, but it's, I don't know. Yeah. I honestly, I don't have that much to say about the second performance. But do you get what I'm saying when it was I do like he saying. Needs breath support, or he needs... The choppiness did bug me a little bit. And even this song, I think emotionally is a little too heavy for him. Okay. But he needs, maybe that's the issue with him, is that he's singing all these old songs and he hasn't experienced that in his life. Mm-hmm. But you got to figure out how to make that work for you. Because look at Koryn, she's 17 and has had a similar, you know what I mean, like similar age on this show, but you believe that she's been through hell and back when she sings. Yes. And that's what I want. That's what I want in The Voice. I agree. On that note, why don't we go into predictions? Okay. And now, so we don't know who we're leaving or how many we're losing? No, I have a prediction now. But do you want to just pick our top three? Yeah, I'm going to pick my top two. Okay. Okay, who are your top two? Koryn and India. Oh. That's it. Like, I think it's going to be between the two of them that's going to win The Voice. I would be completely happy with that, but I would also be happy if Meghan. I would love the top three to be females. I think it's going to be Koryn or India. And I would also... Oh, wait, you're right, but it should be them. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? I think it should be between Koryn or India. Yeah. I think if we're going to go on talent alone and the ability to give me goosebumps... Carney, you are the winner of The Voice. India, Meghan, and Koryn all gave me goosebumps tonight. Sawyer and Josh are really good. I just want a girl power finale. Well, but you know what? It doesn't matter because that's where the power's at. It was with the females. According to iTunes, it's going to be Josh, Meghan, and Sawyer. What's in common about those three people? What? Yeah. America, we're calling you out. Diversity is right? Key. Yes. Because... Oh, it actually really pisses me off. Buy India's song, please. Yeah. At least we're not biased here. I know. Okay, well, if we have news and gossip, you'll find out if you watch my AFTERBUZZ TV red carpet interviews tomorrow. But otherwise, this is how it's going to be until the finale, y'all. Yeah, that's it. Steffi G, if we want to keep up with you and send hate mail to Steffi for all of her horrible comments, where can we find you?
Hate is gonna hate at Stephanie Giorgi on Twitter and also on Snapchat, and then at the Stephanie Giorgi on Instagram, and directly after the show for a very dramatic after show of Jane the Virgin.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and Vine and Tumblr at Jason Ikeler. And at I Love Stephanie Giorgi at Jason Ikeler. You can find AfterBuzz TV on all these things at AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you back in here next time.
See you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.